Okay, how's it going, everybody? This is my trade recap for August 19th. Yeah, August 19th, 2026. Today was a loss. Today was a $900 loss to be specific. We took one trade, which really kind of was two, but it was really just one trade. And yeah, we ended up losing, and I want to talk about what I was thinking and what I could have done to prevent it, and what I'm gonna do moving forward. Those are my recaps. So let's go straight into it, because I actually did just film this whole thing. It was like 20 minutes, and I look on my OBS, and I was recording my second monitor the whole time, so you guys couldn't even see what I was talking about. Isn't that just amazing? Well, let's get to it. So first off, what was I thinking before I entered any trades? What was I thinking coming into the day? So my thoughts were that we consolidated overnight, made a higher high. We could make another higher high, and maybe get some of what we lost 2 nights ago. That's honestly kind of the basic framework of my thought process going in. Well, let me tell you right now, don't think that was wrong. Don't think that was bad. That was not right. Why? I'll explain. So this 5:30 rally before open was on the back of news. So it didn't really mean much. So this sell-off kind of was expected, I would say. And also, we're still in a pretty harsh downtrend. I mean, look, this is a downtrend, and it kind of does the same thing. Like, this is New York session right here. Like, we go up and then we stay. This one we just went down and then we stayed. So this was kind of one of those consolidation days, and it was too early for me to kind of just pick a direction. I think it was kind of directional to the downside, I would say. It was heavier today for sure, but it was just more or less a consolidation, and I was wrong on the direction. But yeah, I think if I really thought a little bit about it and realized that we were literally right at the 382, another thing, literally banging our head on the 382 at the open. I feel like me looking at, like, look, it's like our first test of the 382 since this pullback, and we're in a downtrend, and we had a strong reaction off of it. That probably means it's gonna continuation. You guys know that? Yeah, continue down. Hold on, before we opened, it was right here. Okay, maybe we weren't banging our head on the 382. That was a little bit over exaggerated, but we were kind of we're still in the area previous day high 382, and there was a big reaction from it, and we went down. So I don't know why I was bullish. I mean, I do know. I just explained it to you. Another reason let me specify where I took my position. So we took a long right here. Show you my executions. Took a long right here, and it didn't work. But let me tell you something. So heading into this trade, we were at the 0.5, and we kind of accepted. We found support at the 618, so fib levels were in line. We got the 5-minute candle to go below VWAP, but we didn't close below it. We never accepted below it, and then we accepted up, and I'm like, okay, I like to see that. I like to see that, but I guess I didn't like it enough. I keep saying that, but I saw that. I feel like, and also VWAP trade line cross to the upside, so that means our trade line's above VWAP, so we're bearish. So I mean, I said this before, I got like tunnel sided. When you're running away from like a killer or something. You don't care where you're running. You might bump into a person. You might hit a pole or something. But you're just going, right? Because adrenaline, and you just want it to work out. Okay, it's kind of the same thing. I saw a really good setup that would have worked if it wasn't a consolidation day, if this wasn't a like artificial news push, if we weren't in such a downtrend, this would have worked. But those factors were in play, so it didn't. I saw the setup, I got nearsighted, I went after it, boom, didn't work out. I was kind of hitting one of these, targeting previous day high, stop right below the previous low. That's what the trade looked like. Didn't work. And because I was so nearsighted, I miss the setup of the day right here. I would call this trade of the day personally. Look at this. So first of all, double top. Right into the 382 and the 9 EMA with the view up on the 2 minute. Target previous day low, instant TP. So that was the trade of the day in my opinion, and I missed it because I was not thinking clearly. It was a low probability entry, and it was kind of an emotional feeling trade. I kind of hopped into this trade because I'm like, oh, I feel it. I'm like, oh, I know this will go up. But the market doesn't care about your feelings or your delusional beliefs at all. And the reality was shown of that today. I had a delusional belief that we were going to go up. Stupid. So I was literally so mad that I made a rule set. A new rule set I should think of before I enter every trade. And I'm going to go over the rules and what they mean and how I understood them. We got win rate optimization rule set B1. So the first rule I have, I thought of this because I'm like, I've been documenting my trading religiously for about a week now, and I've had more losing days. Let's check. How about we check? Okay. So this is the first day, so it's been a week. I started documenting after this. I was like, oof, cannot keep that up. I noticed there was an issue. Okay, so then we changed the rules, 2 trades a day, record, journal, understand, and coming into this day, 2 losses, 1 break even, 2 wins, so 50-50 really, but today below 50-50, so that's a problem. We need to fix that. So because I journal, and then obviously I record recaps as well. I came up with a rule set. I should look, and just things I should think of before I enter a trade, and I think just doing that will increase my win rate by a lot. And so we're testing it. We're gonna record, we're gonna journal, we're gonna document, we're just optimizing. Okay, that's all it is. Trading is just getting better every day. That's what life is too. But we could talk about that another time. Okay, my first rule of the win rate optimization rule set V1 is don't be stubborn with the daily bias. I subconsciously had a bias coming in because of what I just said. Higher low, VWAP, retest. I wanted to see this play out. That's what I wanted to see happen today. So that was my bias. Don't be stubborn with it. Think of all possibilities and find the best one. Okay? Disregard my opinion, my delusion, all my feeling when I'm about to pick a trade. Had I done this, think of my possibilities and disregard my opinions. I might have been able to see the possibility for this trade right here and waited for further confirmation, maybe through trade line, through the 382, and had I waited, maybe I think I'm getting too impatient, but had I waited, actually, I'm gonna check because I don't, this is the next one, but literally I could have just looked around and considered all real factors and noticed that, okay, we're more likely, probabilities are higher that we get lower from this point, this position in the market. So, and then that brings us to our next one, which is don't be impatient. There will be more opportunities in just a few minutes. Do not be impatient. Had I waited for 2-minute candle green closures, confirmation that how it normally should be, I would not have gone into this trade, and I would not have lost today. Also, okay, so boom, I waited for confirmation, didn't see it, skip this part, ignore it, boom, go down right here. We have another setup. Even though it's not as good as this one, it's still played out. So we go high to the low right here. We're at previous day low. Okay, previous day low retest. Short. Let's say I wanted to short this, or the way that it should be traded. Bang, you put your stop above the 382, and you put your take profit at the low, and that is a bang. That is a bang. What is this risk reward? 2-1 or 2.1, so that's good. You're risking what, 500? How many points? Yeah, you're risking about 500 to make 1,000. That's $1,000 on 5 contracts. It's a good trade. And literally right after that, we see a double bottom at or below. You get your fib levels. Oh wait, my bad. So double bottom at VWAP. You see that double bottom, maybe you check a little bit of order flow. And I did check order flow at this time, and there was a lot more orders to the upside. There was a lot more orders around open. Okay. So boom. It was only 2 minute. Okay, let's say it closes right there. Let's just, in a perfect world, we'll wait for that. Okay, maybe, oh, that's a short. Put your stop below trade line, and you target the 0.5. Hold on. Let's see. Let's a 2-1. Another banger trade. Oh my god, cut that shit out. What the fuck was that? Anyways, literally a few minutes after that disaster, there were a few more opportunities that could have worked out. There was 3 trades I was willing to take today, and there was 2 more after the one I shouldn't have. The third rule is, are all indicators saying the same thing? Trade line view across, key levels, order flow, trend in the market, fib levels. Today, the trade I took, trade line view across were bullish. The key levels were bullish. Order flow was neutral, so yeah. Trend of the market down. Fib levels not so much. They're not always all gonna work in conjunction, but I feel like the trend of the market's a more important one. So, it's just things to think about. I have that rule more of a just look for any other signs that the other direction might work out, kind of, So, but had I took an account into every other signal and just looked at the broader perspective, again, maybe that trade wouldn't have happened. Be patient, observe, and think, is this truly confirmation or a pullback for a bigger move? Is this truly confirmation, or is it just a pullback for a bigger move? Be patient, observe. I think I say that a lot, but be patient, observe, and just think of all of the outcomes of just waiting another minute. I get so impatient. I see it and I'm just like, I have to go. I have to go. Just wait one more minute. I can't. I have to go. I have to wait one more minute. And if I will, win rate will go up. So yeah, that's the last one. That's the fourth rule. We got our 4 rules right here. And the last thing I said was, remember, the market doesn't listen to delusion, opinion, or feeling. Search for facts and undeniable evidence for your trades. It's basically summarizing kind of the point of what I was talking about. But it's true. That's the truth. That kind of concludes my trading recap for today. But tomorrow I will be recording again, and I think I'm gonna do a live trading set. Like, I'm gonna record. I usually record myself just trading. I don't really talk. I kind of just trade because it's early in the morning. I don't want to wake people up, but I'm gonna talk through my trades tomorrow. I don't care. Camera on. Maybe not camera on. Maybe not camera on. But you know what? Fucking maybe we'll throw the camera on. I don't know. I just look chopped as fuck in the morning. I wake up. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm just gonna record myself live tomorrow and talk about my thoughts in a trade, out of a trade, after a trade, before a trade, so that I can know exactly what my errors are, because it really all comes down to thoughts. So I'm gonna try and verbalize my thoughts a lot, and I think that will help a lot with just picking out errors and whatnot. And then I'll also be saying that to make sure I follow the rule set before I take a trade. And yeah, we'll just keep doing that and just work up and up from there. So yeah, thanks for watching if you did, and I'll see you tomorrow.